Hey y'all, welcome back to Amazing Faces by LaShondra. My name is LaShondra, and if you love makeup and Jesus just as much as I do, this channel is for you. Hey, we're jumping into the BH Cosmetics Citrine for November Birthstone collection tutorial. So if you're interested to see how I came up with this look, I used some Morphe products for the first time. I think this look came out absolutely amazing. So if you want to see how you too can accomplish this look or get any of the new tricks and hacks that I used in this video, stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna jump into this look. We know I've been doing my throwbacks with my BH Cosmetic palettes. So this is for the month of November. It's called the Citrine for November. And this is what the colors look like. So we're going to play in this today, just so that I can add this to the playlist. You can go back and watch my other videos that have all of the other birthstone months if you're interested. I will link this to that playlist for these BH Cosmetic Birthstone collection makeup tutorials. So yeah, today is going to be a little chit chat. So if you're feeling like you want to chat a little bit, I invite you to sit down and chat with me while you do your makeup. I will be using this Morphe Translucent Rich Bacon Set Powder. This will be my first time trying this out. It looks like it's going to be a more natural color for me. It is rich. I'm excited to see how this comes out. I'm going to stay in the line to use the Black Radiance. I love this. I'm going to use the dark chocolate color today. I've been leaning more towards this versus the hot cocoa that I started with. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I've already primed my eyes and I cleaned up under my eyebrows with the Nika K number 9 and my Oliva, the regular number 6 on the front part. And I use the Juvia's Place Prep and Prime for my lids. And they're already creasing because I did not set them really good with some setting powder. Let's see, I'll just, pat these down a little bit. This is the brush that I use to put the setting powder on my brows. And so, yeah. So we can go ahead and get started. I told you guys last time I've gotten some updated news on my wrist, so that's good. I'm going to go in with this generous color here. I'm going to put this in my crease. Now, you guys know I typically try to use the same palette for my looks. I really do. I try to, especially when I'm using these Birthstone palettes, I try to use just this one palette. But we may not be able to do that. We'll see. I didn't really know how deep this was going to show up on my skin tone because this was my first time using this palette, even though I've had it for a year. I bought these when they were having those. When they came out last year, every month they were releasing a new palette, and I started collecting them each month and just not using them. So this looks like it's okay. It looks like it's gonna do. We may be able to just do two colors. Yeah, I'm liking the way this is coming out. And if you have this palette, you guys should go ahead and try to use it. Let me see how your looks come out. So great news. My wrist was not fractured. It's just sprained. So the doctor wants me to rest it. I don't know how much rest is getting with me in makeup, but because it started feeling better, I'm glad she told me that. She had told me to keep my brace on it, even though it's feeling better, because I was doing things regular, like it wasn't hurting to use it. So I went back to my normal use of my hand, even though I was trying to heal. So she told me that I should make sure that I'm continuing to allow it to rest. Don't overexert it, and continue to take my medication so the sprain can fully heal. So that was good to know that there wasn't any fractures. But it's also money that I could have saved that I spent on that x-ray, but it's cool. We know what it is now, and I'm on my road to recovery. Now, what I like about this, that brown that we used, you can build it up. You can see in my crease, but I'm going to go in with the Inquisitive, which is the darker brown here in this palette, to put on my outer V and into the crease, just to kind of darken this up because I do want it dark. That other one was just a little too light for me, but it did get deep, just not as deep as I would want it. So I'm going to use this to deepen this up. Y'all, our Bible study was so powerful last night. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, listen, God has been speaking to me and ordering my steps, directing my path. And all the while, I kept, my prayer was always like, Lord, I just don't want to miss you. And he has been speaking to me in my private devotion and confirming exactly what he's been speaking to me, what I've been feeling like for my season. It is important for you guys to know what season you are in. If you saw my last chit chat, well, I don't know if it was the last, but if you saw my chit chat with me about counting it all joy, if you have not watched it, you guys should go watch that. I'm telling you, this word that we got last night just was, whew. Listen, got me all the way together. I am strengthened even the more. I am encouraged even the more. I'm just going to wipe this brush off so I can kind of blend these colors together. I'm not adding anything additional, but I didn't want that dark color just to be overpowered either. Yeah, so basically the sermons is talking about, the spirits of God, and it's talking about the glory of God and how you get your glory. Like people want the glory, but they can't stay in the trials long enough. Like the glory that you're getting, the suffering that you're going through is producing a greater glory. And I know I told y'all, I feel like I've been tested. My faith has been tested on every side. And it was just God confirming that I am right where he need me to be. And I knew it. I submitted to the suffering. I have fully submitted to the suffering, And one of my other chit chats, I was talking about when the Holy Ghost started asking me, will I trust him? I'm like, yeah, I trust you. So this is like a total different level of trust. And I'm telling you, God is taking me from glory to glory and faith to faith. And he want to do the same for you too. So what I'm going to do is use this yellow color here on my lid. It's called Citrine. And I want to use this brush, but I probably should use my finger. Y'all know how I feel about that. Let's see. And I'm going to go in with my finger because it gets the better payoff. And I need to be careful because although my fingers are small, they seem to be chubby sometimes. At least my keyboard likes to think that when I'm typing. Now, if you guys have not already grabbed these micellar water wipes, listen, I told y'all these are so good. Like I use these to take off my makeup before I wash my face. And they are good. They are also linked in my Amazon storefront if you want to grab you some. They are really moistened. I mean, look how big this is. You can actually clean your face with this. I usually use about 2. Look how easy that cleanup was. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is go back in with my blending brush to blend this. I'm going to take that darker color, which is called Inquisitive, and add this back on the outside outer V part of my lid. I got an eyeliner pen. It says purple, but it says violet, but I don't know. I'm gonna try it to see. It's called Shella. I tried this on the back of my hand and it looked, I mean, absolute black. So let's see. I have purple in my clothes. It say violet, but you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So we're gonna use this liner today. And it does look a little violet here, but you won't be able to tell that it's violet because it's not over anything white. Do this eyeliner look violet to you guys on camera? Let me know in the comments if it came off as violet. But I think I'm liking this look already. I'm going to use this Tatcha silk canvas. I had bought this sample some time ago, like whenever it first was hot or whenever I realized it. I haven't used it much, but I'm going to use this as my primer today because why not? I need to use it up. It hadn't been used, and even for this sample size, you know, this is a product that's expensive. So I might as well just go ahead and get it all used up. Color Perfect Dark Chocolate. And I'm going to use a damp sponge to put it on. And don't mind it. It is dirty. I need to wash all of my tools. Like, y'all don't know how many. I have a basket. I have a basket full of makeup brushes that need to be washed. And every time I sit down and want to get into some type of true crime show or something like that, you know, it's like, girl, you know, you need to be washing those makeup brushes. And I'll be like, I sure should. But I am. Once I get to the point, because I have so many of the ones that's here, once I get to the point where I have to either open something new or go into my other drawers to get makeup brushes, I'll wash them before the end. So you got to make sure you're keeping your brushes and your tools clean, you guys, because that plays a huge part on the cleanliness and the skincare, you know, for what you're doing. Even if you are, you know, just because you're applying it to your own face, you still want to be using clean supplies, you guys. My apostle was saying that the 3 attitudes that we need to take on when we're going through suffering, it's the attitude of joy. Remember, we talked about count it all joy. When you enter the diverse temptations, like, be happy about it. And the attitude of gratitude, like you're grateful because you've been called. God saw you worthy and fit. He thinks that he knows, you know, that you have what it takes to get through what he's placed before you. And then the attitude of an overcomer, knowing that you won't be in this long because suffering is but for a moment. Right, and that's just leading right into what I was saying when we started in James, talking about to count it all joy. Like, be thankful, be grateful, praise your way through it. Don't be complaining. Don't try to get out of it too soon because, you know, you get the greater glory when you stay in it and you endure. I'm going to use the Nika K number 10. I haven't used this before, so I'm going to see how this highlights my face. Ooh, this looks good and creamy. It looks like it's going to be kind of like I was using a Makeup Revolution concealer, and this looks like that. Although it looks orange, it was perfect for my natural highlight. So we'll see. Well, we have to cover up. I be trying to get half a little mustache, y'all. I haven't been contouring with my Juvia's Place foundation stick, and I've been liking that. I just been able to use a just a bronzer or a contour shade of powder. So I'm gonna spray my face. This is the NYX Bear With Me. So we are gearing up for Thanksgiving. What are your plans for Thanksgiving? Do you guys have anything special planned? Or do you do a traditional Thanksgiving, or are you looking more, you celebrate something more outside of the box, something different, not really turkey? Because I know for me and my family, we don't eat a lot of turkey, or, well, when I say turkey, we don't, it's not a lot of dressing. The kids seem to somehow grown out of, they don't like turkey, well, they don't like dressing, whatever they, I don't know where they get that from. But in recent years, we haven't been having the traditional, I don't cook the traditional Thanksgiving dishes, because if we go to family for Thanksgiving, we'll do that, and then whatever I have at home is what I'll have at home. We did oxtails, we've done gumbo, we've done just different dishes. My oldest twin boy was talking about oxtails. I'm like, boy, but what's on your menu to have for Thanksgiving? What does that typically look like for y'all? Okay, now I'm just going to go, I'm going around my concealer just to make sure it's blended out and don't have those edges, because for some reason, lately, I don't know if I just wasn't blending right, but when I look back at my videos, it looks like you can see the where it ends, and I don't like that. But you can't really, you don't see it in my pictures or anything like that, but on the video sometimes, I don't know if it's the lighting of that. You can kind of see that, and I don't want that shown. And I guess I can just kind of pat this down because I'm going to put that contour color down. Now, one thing about this Nika K concealer, I like the way it blends, especially with this velvet sponge. I just need to see how this Morphe powder would, the translucent powder would do with it. So, let's see, y'all. Uh-oh, y'all. Well, this looks like it's giving my Fenty a run for his money. Y'all, that melted so good. I forgot to even go around my face with this, but I'm gonna do it now. Oh man. I was so busy trying to use that setting powder that I forgot to go around this, my concealer, to make sure everything was blended good. So this is good, and it's damp too, so this should blend this right on together. This is the same damp sponge that I used to put my foundation on. This may need to be my new way to put on my makeup, y'all. Let's go over this. Look at that. That looks good. Even with me just patting that powder in with this sponge. We're gonna see how it come out. And then we'll know if it was a pass or a fail. And that's just setting the powder in my highlight, right? So now what I'm going to do is add a little bit more of this powder. I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. HD finishing HD powder because this is what's going to set the rest of my face, like where my foundation is, and then I'll lay down the blush and contour shade, right? So I want this to kind of set this because I didn't use a cream to put down my contour. So I need to set this in place. And it's okay to go over your powder. It's kind of like if you were to use a loose setting powder. But the difference is a setting powder is just a set of finishing powder actually put that gives you that finished look, like an airbrush look. It kind of sets everything in place. Same thing with the sprays. You can use a setting spray to move things around, to moisten things up, but the finishing spray is what actually finishes the look off and makes everything stick and non-transferable. Some people like to use setting powders to blot down the oils to keep the transfer, but that does not work as well as the finishing spray, which is why I love these. The Makeup Revolution Glow Fix, this is a fixing spray. Like, this is going to set and my makeup do not transfer. Okay, we're going to use this Morphe palette. This is the face palette. Y'all, look at how beautiful this is. I showed this in my mini Ulta haul. Look at how beautiful these colors are. And y'all know I love me a good orange. So we're going to go with the orange for it says it's a brightener, but I'm going to use it as a blush. But for the bronzer, they have a bronzer and a contour. I'm going to use, let's see what color. They have a thing here. It's called Prodigy. And then the contour is called So Epic. So I'm going to use these two. Bronze and contour. Okay, I'm going to see how that comes out by using one of these. First, I'm going to go in with this bronzer. And this is the D8. It's called Deep Glam. So this is for the my deep skin tone. And this actually looks so red. But y'all know I like a good burgundy. I'm going to take this contour shade and go down. Let me see how, yeah, this is deep. And contour with that. Just add this in here. And this we are just going to make sure we are blending down and out, right? Okay, now this contour shade, I am going to, guess I'll use the tip of this. And I'm going right up under that bronzer. And I'm just going back with the rest around the parameters of my face. Now make sure your hand is light now. I'm gonna take this contour shade out of that Morphe palette and use that. Let's go to deepen this up. And we're gonna go in with that citrine color and just put this on the bottom part to bring this all together. And in order to clean this little piece up, where I couldn't do it with my finger, you know, I love these shader brushes. I think this one come from Crown Brush. If you don't know about Crown Brushes, listen, I need to see if they're still open. I keep saying I'm gonna go on their website to order more brushes, but these, they do a lot of private label brushes. So like your MAC brushes and things like that, they came from Crown Brush. They just have the labels of the MAC on them. And these brushes, although, I mean, you have to have them to compare to see which one of the MAC brushes it is or whatever other brushes that you like to use. But I know specifically they were doing the private label for the MAC brushes. But I love those brushes, and especially those shaded ones. They're flat. They give me full control. So it's a brightener. I'm going to mix this brightener, with this blush, with this brush, and see what we can come up with. Ooh. Y'all see that? Do y'all see this? Oh my gosh, it is absolutely beautiful. And I'm just going to go back in with that brush that I had my contour and bronzer with, and just kind of brush this together so that it's seamless. Y'all, I'm excited about this look. It looks so beautiful. I'm not even done. Okay, let me go ahead and spray my face. I'm going to use this Revlon Glow Fix. While that spray is drying down, we're going to use our e.l.f. Big Mood to prime our lashes. And I'm going to prep the lashes, and I'll be back when they are applied. Okay, y'all, so I've applied my lashes, and I actually did my lip, but we didn't add the highlighter. Now we're gonna go with this little purple color highlighter here, since I'm going to keep with the purple theme of my liner. And I have purple lip, so I use the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color Vancouver. See how deep purple that is? And I outlined it with my lip liner with this. This is some type of liner that came in a pack from Amazon. It's kind of like a burgundy color, berry shade. So I lined my lip with this, Topped it with this, and then I went into the center with this D&M lip gloss, that pink color there. These also came off of Amazon, and this looks beautiful. So we're going to use this highlight, the highlighter that's here, that's purple, and see how this comes out. Ooh, and it's deep. I should have been a little, little light-handed with that. And I think I'm gonna go in with this. They have a golden highlighter here. I'll put here on the center point of my face. Ooh, I may can do both. Y'all gotta tell those people to stop playing with me. This is so beautiful. And I'm just gonna pat this in. And spray one more time. Okay, you guys, this is the completed look. What do you guys think? Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. I hope it's coming off just as beautiful even on this camera. I am excited. This is absolutely amazing. I need to go and listen. I need to go run some errands. I need to find something to do. But I'll tell you what, instead of running, I need to walk my errands, because even on this journey, I am looking to be married. And this lady that I met at church, I posted a reel asking, like, where are people meeting their spouses? Where are the godly men that are looking to be married? And she gave a long list of where you can find men, and just saying that you need to dress up and, you know, be open to give eye contact, which I do. But I said the only thing that I need to do is stop running my errands, and I need to walk them, because I do be running, like, it be fast. So maybe they can't catch me and we can't catch each other with the eye contact. I move too fast by the time they bust up a nerve to want to say something. So I'm going to make sure I'm dressed and looking my best and going outside to walk my errands from now on and out, y'all. So maybe I'll be coming back here giving y'all an update on a marriage soon. That is my prayer. I believe God is going to answer that for me. So yes, listen, thank you guys so much for joining each and every video. I appreciate you liking. I appreciate your comments. Please be sure to subscribe. Please be sure to share. Tell somebody about my channel. And, you know, come back. So thank you so much again. And until next time, I'll see you soon.